Roll back the clock.
No, wait. Roll back the rock? Wait, turn back the clock?
Yeah, turn back the clock and sing this song with me.
There you go.
Yay! Also, hi! Welcome to episode 2 of what we are now calling... For now, we'll see if this title changes again, because everyone who's done a 90s podcast has already taken all the good names.
Yeah, it turns out every pun to do with the 90s has already been done.
Who would have thought? But yes, welcome back to Ergo and Grezy, talk about the 90s. Is that what we're calling it?
Go back to the 90s.
That's it.
I don't know, because I was going to be like, back to the 90s, but that's an 80s movie, so it would be just confusing. I don't know.
Either way, we'll see. We'll see. But you know what isn't changing? Us. Well, I mean, of course we change sometimes throughout life, let's be fair. But I'm still Grezy.
And I'm still Ergo.
You had to think about that. I'm a little worried.
And we're back.
Yeah!
A dinosaur story.
We're back!
You can't forget the dinosaur story part.
No, you can't.
You have to say, we're back, a dinosaur story, anytime you talk about this movie.
Exactly. Yeah, otherwise they're just thinking that you're back from like the grocery store or something.
Yeah.
You gotta be specific about it.
Imagine it. The title of this movie is funny, because first of all, just the fact that it's just... We're back. Like usually the title of a movie is not like a quote.
Yeah.
like it's not like a phrase. It's like a you know, and then on top of that, it has a subtitle, a dinosaur story. Like it's a very weird title.
Subtitle, dinosaur story. Here we are.
And I guess it was originally a book. It was a kid's book.
Oh yeah. I forgot about that.
Hold on, I closed my Wikipedia article for some reason.
Yeah, why did you do that?
Yeah, loosely based on a 1987 children's book of the same name. It tells the story of 3 dinosaurs and 1 pterosaur. I guess that's a different thing. I think that's the flying one.
Oh, probably.
Who travel to the present day and become intelligent by eating a brain grain cereal invented by scientist Captain New Eyes.
Yeah, the characters have weird names in this.
Yeah, he also has an alien, like, sidekick named, like, Vorp or something.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And his alien assistant, Vorb.
Vorb.
Very
there
close.
You go.
Very
yeah,
close.
Close.
Very close. Who's voiced by, do you remember?
Well, which one? Vorb?
Yeah.
Was that the Jay Leno
That's Jay
one?
Leno, yeah.
Okay,
also, the way you sound Vorb just makes me think you're going to say a different word. I mean, it's kind of because the word is only different by 1 letter, but you know. Anyway.
Yeah, this is a 1993 film, so we're going a little earlier from Space Jam.
Yes.
So we might have more 80s vibes, I don't know. It is also based on a book from the 80s, so...
Yes.
But this was produced by Steven Spielberg?
Yes.
I mean, is he actually a producer? Okay, no, he's not actually a producer, but...
Oh, another Steven, though. Steven
Oh, yeah.
Hickner.
Another Steven.
Steven Hickner.
But it's Steven with a PH.
Whoa.
It had 4 directors?
Which,
according to Wikipedia.
That'll kind of make sense when we talk about the plot, in my opinion.
Yeah.
We'll get there. We will get there.
I have never seen a movie with 4 directors. Like 2 sometimes.
You know, actually...
Usually there's 1.
I was about to say, well, I see it every now and again, but I think what I think I'm thinking of is writers. Like when they go like, you know how they're like, oh, this movie, no wonder it was written weird. It was written by like 4 different writers at different times.
Here's what's funny. 1 writer.
4 directors, 1 writer.
And I don't know. Now that I'm thinking of it, maybe with animated films, might it be more common to have multiple directors? Because maybe you have like kind of multiple animation teams working on different parts.
I'm not entirely sure.
Something like that.
That's a good question. That's a good thing to keep under your hat.
Yeah.
Might have to keep an eye out on that.
Yeah. What was I going to say?
I don't know.
Oh, right. It was made by Steven, we're on a first name basis.
Yes.
Steven Spielberg's Amblimation studio.
Yes.
Well, okay. Amblimation, which was a subsidiary of Amblin Entertainment, which is Spielberg's overall company. And this was only one of 3 movies they made.
Which is wild. I didn't realize it was only 3. I really didn't know that.
Because they made Fievel Goes West, second Fievel movie. Because I think the first one was at Don Bluth Studios or whatever, right?
Yeah, I think we discussed that when we were watching the movie initially, and I think you looked that up and blew my brain, because I was like, what? I forgot about that.
It was apparently following the success of Who Framed Roger Rabbit. So I guess maybe Steven Spielberg had some involvement with that. Spielberg was involved with like almost every movie from around the 80s and 90s.
Who would have thought?
Yeah.
Critically acclaimed,
Yeah.
Steven Spielberg.
He does a lot of stuff, which I respect. He was doing a lot of stuff. I watched a video recently where somebody was like looking at random Wii games, and one of them was a game that was apparently directed by Spielberg, and it was like this like kids puzzle game. Because he wanted to make a game that you could play with his kids. So apparently Spielberg is also like a game designer too. Like he does everything.
Dang!
Live action, animated, video games.
Who would have thought?
Does it all.
Who would have thought?
But they made
like what Tommy Tallarico wishes he was. Anyway, what?
A veritable industry icon. But yeah, they made this movie, the second Fievel movie, and Balto. Which
are movies we're probably going to watch at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they are on our 90s list of movies.
Actually, is Fievel Goes West 91?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. Fievel Goes West. I remember putting that on the list.
And then it was closed. All of them went on to DreamWorks, apparently. Okay.
Oh, all right.
That's good.
Which was later acquired by Universal's parent company, NBC Universal.
Remember the days when, like, if a company shut down or something, they would just move all of those people to another company because they didn't want to just fire them or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Founded 36 years ago. I did not need to see that.
1989. 36 years ago.
Oh my god.
Just 1 year older than us.
Oh. Hey,
right before the 90s.
If you were curious as to how old Ergo and I are, do some math. Spoilers. Now you know.
But yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Is that all the backstory we need?
I suppose.
But we're back. Oh, and then it was a horrible failure.
Yeah.
It was a huge failure.
Yeah.
Both in terms of the money it made and critically it did not do very well. Which
we can talk about very soon, I think. I think we should explain the plot in a moment, but I will say, unlike other movies where, like with Space Jam, how it did, financially not that well in the box office. Well, actually, no, that was a lie. It did do well in the box office. Yes. It did. The critics kind of panned it, but the audience, the, overall opinion of the audience who watched it, not the mainstream critics, liked Space Jam. Yeah. But unlike that instance, in this one, I can say I'm kind of in line with the critics.
Yeah, this movie is weird.
Yeah, I watched it a lot as a kid. My brother and I, we watched this one a good bit, and I had some decent memories with it because I was like, oh, it's got a really creepy villain, and it's got a interesting premise, and I had the overall memory that it was a good time, that this was a good film that I enjoyed. But when we watched it, though, I was like, oh yeah, this movie's all right. It's not the worst thing I've ever seen. It's still fine, but it's not nearly as scary or as the villain is not nearly as profound as I think my memory as a child allowed me to believe, because I honestly thought Professor Screw Eyes, that's his name, I thought he was more creepy.
New Eyes and Screw Eyes are the two.
They're brothers. Can you tell?
Wait, then why is their last name different?
That's
not how that works. Or is that their first name?
Maybe their last name, or maybe their last name is just Eyes.
And one of them's name's New, and one of them's name's Screw.
New and Screw. Anyway,
but I can see what you mean. I think when I watched this, I was like, I could see this entertaining kids for a while, because it's it's not slow or anything. In fact, I think part of it is that it was
too short.
Fast. It's an hour long.
Yeah, we both were surprised about that.
Yeah, it's 71 minutes, which I think I remember seeing somewhere. I think like 70 minutes is like the bare minimum requirement to be considered a feature film.
Really?
So this like just barely, like anything shorter than that is considered like a short film or something.
Wow. Which I guess makes sense.
Or hold on, like let me fact check that right quick. How long does a feature film have to be? Because, yeah, this just, like, keeps going. Okay, 80 minutes. Wait, 80 minutes? Oh, well, that's the stupid AI thing. Wait, yeah, 88 minutes, according to someone on Reddit, with credits, is the minimum a distributor accepts when a film is set up. That's... So it actually doesn't even meet the requirements to be a feature film?
Well, how long ago did that Reddit user say that?
That might be more recent.
I was going to say, was that based on the Google AI review? Somebody take that to Reddit. I don't know.
No, it seemed older.
Oh,
anyway,
okay.
But way. Also movies have just gotten longer.
We're so used to these like 3-hour, 4-hour epics, that...
So I don't know, maybe it used to be shorter requirement.
Actually, I was saying 3 to 4 hour epics, but I was thinking of video essays when I said that, which, a bit different. But
also like movies.
They are, basically, yeah. They're as long as most Lord of the Rings movies are these days.
Gotta go watch a video essay about We're Back, a Dinosaur Story. I mean, that's basically what we're making, I guess.
You're welcome if that was the content you were looking for. You're welcome. But yeah, I agree with what you said about how this is a movie that would be good to entertain kids because it's not too long where it will maybe not hold their attention, and it's bright enough, interesting enough, like there's enough happening where it is a decent film, and it also is a decent watch maybe for the parents who are watching alongside their kids. And I view that, or I say that specifically because as somebody who does love animation and watches animated movies and is not a child, I love movies that talk to me, are for everyone, it is the family, it talks to the adults and it can be viewed by the children as well. This movie definitely seems not necessarily within that family category, but definitely safely in that is more for kids, but tolerable to parents. It's fine. It's fine. But what is this movie actually about, Ergo? Do you want to get into that?
Sure. So, this is about some dinosaurs.
Really?
And this guy shows up in like a steampunk airship and he gives them cereal called brain grain.
Yep.
That gives them like human level intelligence.
As it does.
And then he takes them in his ship, which is a time machine. And he wants to bring them to like modern times, the 90s.
And he sees no problem with that.
Yeah, he wants to bring them to the 90s because kids just love dinosaurs.
Yes.
And so he wants to make kids happy by letting them see real dinosaurs that also can talk and stuff. And I guess they're nice because they got intelligence.
Yes.
That's how that works, is if you're smart, you're nice.
Awesome. Right? That's good to know. That's good to know. Take that, jerks online. You're not smart. Real intelligence is empathy.
That kind of reminds me of OKKO. With that episode with that robot guy, Mr. Logic.
Yeah.
And then he's like... Because he's built by the bad guy to be like the super smart plan maker or whatever. But then he's like, it is logical to be good.
Yes! I like how you did the same cadence too, where he just comes out and he's like, it is good!
To be good.
Yay! I love that show. You know what? If you don't watch We're Back, that's fine. But you should watch OKKO.
Watch OKKO.
You should. Even though they don't want to make DVDs out of that for whatever reason.
Even though you basically can't actually watch it anywhere, can you?
I think legally. I think the only place you can.
Is it back on Max?
It's no, it's not there. If it's still where it was the last time I heard. It's Amazon? Disney. It's Disney plus Hulu.
Disney Plus.
I know.
Wait, but it's
Disney plus Hulu.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, because Ian Jones-Cordy did a picture of OKKO dressed up as the Sorcerer Mickey. And to basically go, that's where we are now.
I think I did also see, I think you can like do the thing where you buy individual episodes on like Amazon digitally.
See, I have a love-hate with that because I know we're not talking about We're Back Up for a moment, but slight tangent, as it'll happen in every episode. There's going to be multiple tangents. Just strap yourselves in. But I had that issue when I did iTunes back in the day. I bought a couple of episodes of Steven Universe and some other stuff. Actually, no.
And OKKO.
Oh, yeah, did I? I might have, actually. I'm trying to remember back then, but definitely Steven Universe. Yeah. And Gravity Falls, I think, too.
And
I definitely bought some episodes of Gravity Falls. Fun fact, I remember watching the theme song after purchasing the first episode, immediately pausing the theme song, going, this is amazing. And I went and I bought 2 more. That's what I did. Anyway, that being said, I lost my entire iTunes library. Like, I don't know where the hell that is because I don't think that exists anymore. I could be wrong, but I don't know where it is. I don't have access to it anymore.
Like, you just lost access to your account?
I don't know. So all I can say is I don't know. I don't think I would feel comfortable purchasing just episodes as long as if I had a way to save it and know that I had it somewhere if I somehow lost access to the account, then maybe. But otherwise, physical media is where it's at, y'all. Let's support physical media. Speaking of physical media, I had the VHS for this.
Oh, yeah.
For this movie.
But because you watched it.
I did, yeah. What did you say then? What were you going to say?
Or with digital media, you should be able to just download the files and just keep them on your computer.
That's true.
I would accept that as an alternative. Like, hey, can I just download the MP4 of this movie? Just put it on a hard drive? I would do that. I would pay for that.
Absolutely.
Anyway.
But would you bother saving this one? I think the answer is... Probably not.
I mean, I guess we should also
to archive it in the archives. Sure, it deserves to be preserved. I suppose, like dinosaurs, But continue with your synopsis. We left off on they were brought back to the 90s because that was a safe idea.
And then and of course they're in New York City, baby.
Yep.
Which
point one to a 90s movie, I will say, and we can get into that when we start scoring things. But if memory serves me
correctly, New York City was a 90s thing.
I saw that a lot back in the day when I was growing up. New York was the destination most people ended up in.
I feel like that's...
It could just be a movie thing.
Yeah.
It's a big city.
It is kind of the movie city.
It could.
But
either way, we'll get to that when we get to the scoring element.
That in LA.
Yeah. But they were supposed to meet with this woman from the Museum of Natural History.
Because then I guess they were just going to hang out in the museum and people could come look at them. What's the plan?
Which is, spoiler alert, that's what happens at the end of the movie. But also, the thing I wanted to bring up really quick was she got there a little too late. And the dinosaurs had already walked around somewhere else. And I'm just kind of like... What was her plan? She was going to walk them through New York? Was she going to take them to the back alleys? I don't know what she was planning.
She was driving like a moped or something.
Yes, she was. Right? She wasn't going to be able to fit them on her moped.
She didn't have like a truck or anything.
Yeah, she didn't have like a semi.
I don't know. They're just going to walk back. It's fine.
Yes,
But they don't meet her because they run into a plucky kid.
Running away from home.
He's got a baseball cap backwards.
Yep.
Or is it forwards? I don't remember.
It was forwards. Wait.
He might change it at some
point. I think he changes it a couple times, yes.
To suit his mood.
He kind of had the TJ Detweiler Mighty Max look going on.
Yeah, which I feel like he is a very 90s design.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Maybe a little bit of 80s because it is, early 90s, but I feel like it was the start of the 90s kid look.
Yeah.
90s movie kid, at least.
I would agree. And then he meets Lisa Simpson.
Yeah. They meet, because first they meet that kid.
Yes.
And then I forget, he said he's run away from home to go join the circus.
Yes.
I don't think we get any other backstory about it.
I think he just had a fight with his parents, but his parents seemed fine, I think right, he was just a moody
does he
kid.
Reunite with them at the end or something?
I'm trying to remember. I don't know if there was anything problematic going on with his family, but because it was at the end of the movie, remember, it was like that montage, everything's fine. The neglectful parents become
let's one thing at a time.
Yeah.
Because, and that's Louis is the boy.
Louis' name, that's
and then
name.
I think, like, I forget exactly how it happens. He's just hops on the pterodactyl's back and they just fly around for fun.
Yes.
For a little bit.
Yes.
That's kind of a lot of this movie is they just kind of do some stuff.
They just kind of dick around. Yeah. They just kind of do some stuff.
And they just kind of happen to run into this girl, Cecilia, who's this rich girl, but her parents are like always at work or something.
They're always, and they were on vacation.
Without her.
Without her. Yeah, that was so nuts.
And she seems like, both of them seem like they're like elementary school aged, right?
Yeah.
And she's left at home.
Yeah.
Alone.
Yeah.
Lost in New York.
Oh my gosh. Home Alone, Lost in New York. What?
Like, that is pretty bad. That is neglect.
Yeah, that is neglect. I think her parents should go to jail.
Yeah, like there was no, butler or whatever. Yeah. Like, she's literally just alone in this apartment in New York.
Yeah. This isn't Oliver and Company.
Yeah.
She doesn't have a butler. Which is another movie we'll be talking about one day.
And then, so I guess she just comes with them to have fun.
Yeah.
And she has, like, a crush on Louis, I guess.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, she is on him. She is, like, on him all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she's also voiced by the voice actor for Lisa Simpson, which is why I said he meets Lisa Simpson. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
what's her name again? Yeardley Smith.
Yes, Yeardley Smith. Yeah. Which you said you've heard some odd things.
I'm not entirely sure. I might have been confusing her with a different voice actress. But anyway.
But either way, her voice is iconic. Despite what she may or may not do. Her voice is iconic. So I picked that up immediately. I'm like, oh, it's Lisa.
And so then, around that point, and then they again... Mm-hmm. Okay, and then they're in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, so I guess this is a Thanksgiving movie.
Oh, yeah.
You can watch this at Thanksgiving.
I'm trying to remember, they might have played this on Cartoon Network, because, like, during, when there would be holiday things going on, Cartoon Network would have, like, their, like, it's the Thanksgiving Marathon, it's the Christmas Marathon, leading up to whatever holiday, and I feel like I might have recalled seeing this on there. I might have. Could be wrong, though. Could be wrong. But either way, and there were lots of licensable characters.
Oh, yeah, we see, I think, Snoopy and Spider-Man.
Because one of the dinosaurs jumps on Spider-Man's back.
Yeah. Were there any other recognizable ones?
There was no Goku. I can tell you that right now.
No Goku.
It was pre-Goku as a balloon in the Macy's Day Parade. But definitely Spider-Man. He stuck out, that's for sure.
And I think there were just, like, some dinosaur ones.
There was a generic one, because he did go up, the main dinosaur, which we should talk about that in a moment. He like, unleashes the air in that balloon because he thinks it's a real dinosaur, and he shakes its leg, like, oh, nice to meet you, and then it, like, explodes.
But yeah, that's where we have the one and only musical segment in the movie, where we have the iconic roll back the rock, turn back the clock. It's
a great jam, by the way. Oh my gosh, I love that
song. Sung by John Goodman.
John Goodman. I almost said John Candy.
We haven't even mentioned that John Goodman plays the T-Rex, who is kind of the main character.
Because one thing that I think we did also neglect to mention is the plot of this movie is actually happening in, like, a flashback. Because the main T-Rex, Rex, is telling a little baby bird this story because he's getting teased by his family. He's getting teased by his older siblings, who all suck, by the way. And he's like, I'm gonna leave the nest, going out. And he just starts talking to this dinosaur on his way over there. Like, he falls out of this tree and lands on his head.
Does that even, like, have anything to do with anything? Like...
Well, I guess it's because the kids eventually go back home to their parents, and he goes back home to his mom.
This movie really just kind of throws a lot of stuff out there, and it doesn't really seem all that linked together.
I do wonder if the actual book had a better premise, like if it tied all of those ends together better, because maybe the movie just kind of lost the threads
because it's like okay, dinosaurs gain intelligence and they're going to come to the present so kids can see them because they like dinosaurs. But then also the dinosaurs have to blend in because adults will be scared of dinosaurs.
Well, Louis is the one that gets that fact right away. Because that's not even brought up by, Professor New Eyes. Because Louis, the kid, is like, the world ain't ready for you. This place can't handle you.
And then... like because then they get found out during the parade because they're pretending to be animatronics or whatever.
Yeah, which actually is really funny because when they come out in the parade, they are kind of walking all
they're like doing
stilted.
the robot.
It's really funny.
But then it's like he starts doing this like really fluid dancing. I'm like, that must be a really advanced animatronic. It's basically a mecha.
Yeah, and I love the song, like you were saying, that is the one and only song, because you and our friend who was watching this in our Discord chat when we were, just streaming it, because we're like, we're watching it. If anyone wants to watch with, you can. We were watching that. You and them both were thinking this was a musical. Yeah. And I was like, nope. There's only one song.
Our first musical segment.
And only.
The only one.
And only.
Yeah, so it's kind of weird. Yeah. Again, with this movie just kind of having random stuff.
If it was longer, we might have had more musical numbers.
Yeah, like you would expect there to be like a bad guy song, and then like what do they call it? The I Want song from the main character.
Yeah, we didn't get any of that from them. That would probably have been a good way to figure out what the heck was going on with both of those kids. I mean, outside of Cecilia. Cecilia, we get it. Her parents were criminals. They were neglectful to a capital N.
And then there's like, after they get found out, there's a sequence of them running from the cops and stuff. And
yes.
It's, it's pretty well animated.
It is.
It looks good. It's got some funny, like, slapstick humor.
Yeah.
But that's basically all it is.
I like how you pointed out, because there's, like, a part where the dinosaurs are running away from the police, right? And the Triceratops, whose name is, like, it's not Goob. Oh, gosh, what's his name? It's...
Woog.
Woog. There you go. His name is Woog.
Yeah. Yeah, the T-Rex is named Rex.
Understandable.
The Triceratops is named Woog. And then I want to say the Parasaurolophus is named Dweeb.
Yep.
And then the Pterodactyl, who is the lady, is named Elsa.
Yeah.
Just like a normal, like a human name.
Take that, Elsa from Arendelle.
And then we have Woog and Dweeb.
Yep. Here I am just knocking my phone over.
Shifting around over here.
No, I shift. It's who I am. Well, I'll find my phone later. Oh, there it is. It's under my foot. But the reason I was going to bring that up, though, Woog, he ends up in a grocery store, right? Like he's in a cart and he's like, and he ends up he ends up stopping a robbery that's happening in there, and it's like right across from the police station, which I thought was funny, because you brought up, you're like, this guy was just robbing this grocery store right across from the cops.
From the cops.
Like, very stupid.
Yeah, why did you pick that place to rob?
Right? Anyway. Very confident robber, I suppose.
Just shows how dangerous New York is, I guess.
Yeah.
Anyway, and then they go to Central Park, and there's a guy who set up a circus there, which, first of all, I don't think they do that.
Yeah.
I don't think you could set up a circus in Central Park. And that's Professor Screw Eyes.
Yes.
Who's our bad guy. And
which the dinosaurs were all warned about.
Yeah, they were warned about him.
By the brother, because he was like, don't listen to my brother Screw Eyes.
Yeah.
He's kind of an asshole. That was more or less what was going on with that. And so the dinosaurs, when they find out, because they see that poster. Yeah. Because they know the kid, Louie, wants to run away to the circus. Yeah. And so they see the poster and it says, Professor Screw Eyes. And they're like, oh, he's bad. We gotta save him. And so that's when they end up at the circus.
And like, don't they even, like, Rex is even like, they're there, right? And or are they separated?
They're separated because it happens, I think, during the chase sequence.
It's only after they sign the contract.
Yeah, because the dinosaurs are trying to get there. Like, we don't see that; it's all off screen. We follow the kids when they end up in Central Park, because Louis says, "We'll meet at Central Park," and that's when they split up and run from the cops. Essentially,
right, and then. Right, so they show up after the kids have like signed the contract, and he has brain drain, which is the opposite of brain grain,
because he's the evil brother, so naturally.
Which so it like devolves you or whatever, and so the kids turn into like monkeys. Chimps or whatever.
Yeah, they turn into little chimps.
And so then the dinosaurs show up and they're like, oh no, we need to save them, and so Screw Eyes is like, oh, I'll set them free if you become my exhibit or whatever in my circus. And And then to his what's the word I'm looking for?
Credit or
to his credit, he does actually set the kids free when they do that.
He does.
He does keep up his bargain.
I will also add, because something else I will say about the circus that we've neglected to mention so far, it is like a hardcore, like, nightmare metal, like, circus. Like, this is not your, like, This is basically Halloween Horror Nights, the circus.
I had totally, like, forgotten to bring that up.
It's spooky, and there's people that are, like, dressed as punkers there, like punk rockers.
It's... Yeah, so it's like a circus, but it's like a haunted house. So they do...
He wants to scare people. That's the whole thing with Screw Eyes.
And the weird thing is, I feel like the people who wrote this, like, hate haunted houses or something. Or they hate even just the concept of horror.
Yeah.
Because they're like... The movie sets it up as like,
this is the worst.
Why would you want to get scared? That's messed up. You're messed up in the head if you like getting scared. It's like, what the?
You insert Jenny Nicholson here. You freak.
Yeah. It's like it's a really weird. I can't talk. A really weird agenda for a movie to have, to just be against the concept of horror.
Right. And I wonder if it's because they knew they were playing to a young audience that they were kind of like saying that stuff. And
then it also is like, I guess it kind of ties into the idea of people being like afraid of the dinosaurs. So it's like
that's why he wants them.
I guess part of
because they're scared of monsters. That's people's biggest fear is monsters.
Like, and so I guess part of the idea, the main theme of the movie is supposed to be about maybe not being afraid of things.
I guess, but it's very muddled. But before I forget my point, because I had started all that explaining it was like a metal circus or whatever, I brought that up because I wanted to also add, to his credit, the old man, the Professor Screw Eyes, whatever, he tells the kids to buzz off. He's like, fuck off, kids. Like, I don't want you, get off my lawn. And the kids are like, no, we want to be here. Like Louis mostly. He's like, I want to be here. And he's like, I don't know. This ain't a place for kids. You know, so to his point, he wasn't trying to rope the kids in off the go. Like, the kids said, we want to be here. And then he was like, okay, fine.
All right, fine. I guess I'll turn you into monkeys. All right.
I'm gonna do my weird hypno eye thing with my screw, and I'm gonna have you shakily put your finger to this paper. You know. Oh, and you have to use blood, by the way. It's creepy because he pricks their finger and he has to use blood. But yeah, to his credit, he did not immediately from the start like try to rope them in. I don't think he was playing 4D chess. He told those kids to get lost and they didn't. So, yeah, to his point. But like what you were also saying earlier is the dinosaurs do come after they've been, you know, like turned into chimps. You know, he shows them this is what I can do, but I can set them free. Because kids are afraid of monsters, you can be my exhibit. I'll let them go and turn you instead. And so they're like, damn, we're going to have to become mindless monsters again. And they're like, but we'll do it for the kids. You know, they're all sad, but they're like, we love these kids. We're going to do it for them. And then there's that like heart melting moment, I guess, in a way where Rex like goes, you know, like it's been nice or whatever, like, you know, goodbye friend.
Been nice knowing you for 30 minutes.
4 hours maybe at most, you know. But still, like, that was kind of sweet, you know. And then they meet the comedic comedic relief of the movie is the clown, who's a genuine clown. Like, he's not a scary clown. Right. He's just a genuine, funny clown who I guess wants to work in this circus for some reason.
But he wants it to be a normal circus.
Yeah, like, he doesn't get it. But anyway, they get his help. You know, they convince him to help them save their friends, you know, the dinosaurs.
Well, because, the kids get turned back to normal.
Yes, they get turned back to normal.
And they're like, oh, no, the dinosaurs.
Mm-hmm.
And... then what? And then we see the show.
Yes, we see the show
the next day or whatever.
Yes, that night.
That's where they just kind of do a bunch of cool stuff, and the audience is like totally freaking out because I guess I've never seen a show before.
Yeah.
Like the audience is like panicking and like running, like trying to like run away, like run for the exits and stuff. And I'm like, did you not know like what you were signing up for? Like, I don't.
Right? Like, come on! Don't you see the reviews for this place?
It's like a special effects show or whatever, but they're like freaking out. But anyway,
well, I think also the premise might be that he might actually have like literal demons,
some kind of magic.
Some of those weird little goblins that come out of the thingy, they look like genuine goblins.
There might be some actual demons,
But what happens at that point, of course, he unleashes the dinosaurs, you know, and he has this whole premise of like, because he has, Professor Screw Eyes has a screw for an eye, and it's a magic screw thing, I guess, because it can hypnotize people and do magic shit. And so like he like takes control of Rex, you know, and he's like, I have like dominion over the strongest monster, you know, essentially. And the people are like, to what you were saying before, they're like climbing on top of each other to get away because they're like, oh! And I don't even think he was doing any, like he wasn't sicking them on him or anything. He just was like, take a big step forward. And
they're like chained up,
Yeah, but he unchains Rex, and that was the issue.
Right, oh, right,
Because the crows, because this is something I do want to get into at some point, if not right away. The crows have it out for, I guess, Screw Eyes.
For some reason?
For some reason. Because one of them hits, like, the power button.
Yeah.
Like, it seems targeted.
And then it, like, which, like, breaks the hypnosis.
And so Rex starts, like, you know...
is actually going to kill him.
Yeah. And, like, he has him, and then the kid, of course, has to do the thing that happens in movies where he's like, no!
The kids use the power of friendship to make the dinosaurs smart again.
You're not a monster! And it is funny watching their eyes re-bulge back into the cartoony style.
I do think that is actually like an interesting animation thing. That it's the dinosaurs change character design.
They do.
Depending on, you know, whether they're smart or not.
Yeah. Which would, I guess, makes sense because they do, like, as you can see from the poster image, you know, if you're looking at this on the stream, you can see in the poster image they're very cartoony, you know.
Yeah, and smiling and stuff.
You can't imagine that frightening, you know, necessarily. But the art direction they have, they do look more sharp and like...
They look like more realistic-ish, more like a, you know, cartoon versions of like the Jurassic Park dinosaurs.
Basically. Which, speaking of Jurassic Park, you do see that playing in a movie theater.
Yeah, of course,
and I think it's funny.
yeah.
I was like, hey, look, it's Jurassic Park. They're playing it.
And because I guess this was, it says, according to Wikipedia, was marketed as a more family-friendly equivalent of Jurassic Park.
Ah, yes.
Which, I don't know about that.
But yes, basically at the end of the movie,
save him with the power of friendship.
Yep, they save him with the power of friendship. The clown does a great epic mic drop moment that goes on for a while, where he does this weird thing where there's like a lady.
He's like ranting about comedy.
Yeah, there's like a lady in a seashell. It's like a mermaid in a seashell, and then there's like an American flag. Like there's a whole bunch of weird shit that he does. It's so weird. And he like ends up yelling at the guy, and he's like, "That's comedy!" And then he leaves, which is weird. But then the dinosaurs get taken to the Natural History Museum. Finally, that lady finally finds them. Because Professor New Eyes comes in.
Yeah, with his airship or whatever. And they leave, and then so this scene with Screw Eyes is so weird.
And this is why I brought up the crow thing. Screw
Eyes is left, like, he's like the last person in the circus, basically, because everybody is left. And he's like, he has a little speech about how he's like afraid. The thing that he's afraid of, since he's always obsessed with scaring other people, he says the thing he's afraid of is being alone, I guess. Alone with the crows. And there's just like this...
His line directly is, if I recall correctly, I don't like being left alone here when it's dark. The crows, like, he just kind of...
he doesn't even finish his sentence.
He's, like, breaking apart. He's like, the crows.
Yeah, there's just
and they all land crows. On him.
They just kind of fly, and they just land on him, and, like, they're not, like, even pecking him or anything. They just
cover him. They cover him, which I think is bad enough.
They just kind of perch on him, and then they all fly away and he's just gone.
He's dead.
Which I'm like, oh, cool magic trick, I guess.
They ate him. And his eye is what's left. The screw eye is what's left.
Yeah. Or it's even just a screw.
Well, yeah, it is just a screw. Yeah. He had a screw for an eye. That's.
I mean, did he? I mean, he just had an eye that had like a vertical pupil.
Pretty sure it was just a screw. I mean, I'm pretty sure he just had that up there. But anyway.
Yeah. So that's just really. That's a really strange scene, and again, it's like, what is this movie about? Like, what is with this? What is with the crows? Like, what are they? Huh?
Crows are scary. Didn't you know that?
Oh no, I'm scary.
As a crow VTuber, don't you know you're scary?
Boo.
But it does end with them in the Natural History Museum entertaining the kids. They do the whole thing where they're like, we won't tell your parents, like they'll think they're just statues, and you'll go into the room and then you will come alive for the children, and they'll be happy to see you, that kind of thing. And that's how it ends. Yay! It's an okay movie. We took a while explaining because we tangented a good bit as well, but ultimately it is a fine movie. It's got some interesting premises here and there, because something we didn't even get into was the fact that New Eyes has this like dream wish machine, and it hears the wishes of children.
And apparently the only thing kids wish for is to see dinosaurs.
Well, that's one of the major ones, apparently. Which that is why he comes into the end of the movie, because the Cecilia, she's like going, make no bad happen, which is such a weird phrase to say, but that's her wish in that moment, is for no bad to happen.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's such a weird line. He's like, make no bad happen. I came here for that. Which is weird.
What a weird, yeah.
But then his brother, Screw Eyes, has the nightmare machine, and he hears people's fears.
Yeah.
And it's there's a lot of good elements, but it all doesn't mesh together in a cohesive form. Yeah. There's a lot left on the table. And again, I do wonder if the book does a better job of bridging that, and if the movie, like, added things or took things out. I don't know. So this isn't to say anything about the book, because as it was stated in the Wikipedia article, it's loosely based, and we all know what happens with loosely based. That means a lot of things were either changed or just completely forgotten.
Then the kids go back to their parents. We just kind of get like a montage. I guess,
and everything is fine. The neglectful parents stop being neglectful. Louis' whole whatever thing with his parents is all good, so it's fine. And this movie was just fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that song is sick. Love that song.
That song is catchy.
It is so catchy.
Maybe it should have had more songs.
Yeah.
That might have honestly improved it a little.
Yeah.
Like, have a song with the kid when they meet him. Have a song for like the bad guy to explain what the hell his deal is.
Right? No, exactly. I wanted to find out more of the stuff with him and the brother. Like, I feel like that would, like New Eyes and Screw Eyes, I would have wanted to have seen more of their whole dynamic, like what their thing was about, really. But the point of this is not necessarily just to mock about how weird and disappointingly uncohesive this movie was. The point of all this is to determine overall how 90s is this movie. How 90s is this film?
My gut reaction is it's pretty 90s.
Yeah.
I would pretty 90s.
I would tentatively agree, because the fashion, as we've already kind of spoken about, is present, at least with Louis. He's, again, I don't know how many of you guys grew up watching Recess or ever saw it before, but the way he's dressed does remind me a lot of TJ Detweiler, because he also had a red baseball cap, and a coat and a t-shirt and jeans and sneakers, which is exactly what Louis is wearing for the most part. And then I also mentioned Mighty Max. Mighty Max, which granted, yes, was kind of more 80s inspired than 90s inspired, wore a red baseball cap, sneakers, a shirt, and jeans. So it is very indicative of at least that fashion for youths, for the maybe more like masculine youths back in the day. I feel like overall That's the, like, the main two, I suppose. Because, like, Cecilia, I don't know anything about the dress she's wearing. I don't know how 90s that dress is.
Her fashion seems like more old-fashioned. Yeah. Because she's kind of just a generic...
she's wearing, like, a sailor dress, almost. Like, that. Yeah, that's, like, the outfit.
Just kind of generic rich kid look, I guess.
And it's funny, she had what we learned in the movie, at least, was called a Thanksgiving hat.
Oh yeah,
is that like that? Like there's a straw boater hat.
One of the kids' wish is for a Thanksgiving hat.
Yeah, and then when they're
which
flying,
I had never heard before.
Yeah, and then when they're flying on the pterodactyl, the hat falls off. Or she throws it off the window, I think is what it is. Yeah, and it perfectly lands on this kid's head. Doesn't give her a concussion or anything. It just lands on her head. I mean, if dropped from, that'd be true. I was gonna say, like, if a penny is dropped from a tall building, but a hat you could die. But
a hat is kind of aerodynamic. So.
Yeah, and true, very true. But either way, it lands on her head, and she's like, "Yay! I have the Thanksgiving hat."
Yeah.
So yay.
So I guess it's also this movie's also about wishes. I don't know.
Something like that.
but anyway,
in terms of fashion, I would say that it's decently 90s.
And I guess the people you see kind of on the streets of New York.
Mm-hmm. Can we look that up? Actually, speaking of New York, can we look up if that was a trope in the 90s? You know, or if that's just more of a Hollywood trope.
Yeah, I don't know how would I look this up, like New York 90s. I don't know. I don't really know how to look that up.
Because I'm trying to think. I mean, I watched a lot of movies growing up in the 90s, and there were a lot of mentions of New York. But again, I don't know. I don't feel confident in saying whether or not that's like solely a 90s trope thing, or if that's just a Hollywood trope, you know, like it's a big city, kind of like Tokyo, you know, like it is a big, well-known city in Japan, you know, so like it would make sense to have a movie set in a big, well-known city, and that's one of America's biggest
so I feel like just being in New York isn't enough to make it feel 90s.
I was trying to think, because I know Don Bluth, if I recall correctly, Don Bluth liked to insert New York into things, because Troll in Central Park, a movie that, even though it is in the 90s, I do not want to watch again because I did not like it, but if you force me to, I suppose I will. But that one also had New York in it, and then the other one, the Christopher Columbus movie that I told you about that had the bookworm in it, I made you watch, I think, a little bit of, if you didn't watch the whole thing. Yeah.
Sorry, I thought you meant the director, Christopher Columbus.
Oh, no. But, you know,
that... The one about Christopher.
Yeah, the one about Christopher. About.
The sailor,
loosely. That one also, in the very end, New York just kind of built itself there, which I guess is them insinuating that where they were back in the past would become New York. I don't know. Yeah. But, yeah, so anyway. It always just makes me think of 90s New York, but... Again, as I said, might have just been, I don't know, the popular city thing.
Yeah.
So half a point for that, I suppose. Half a point for that.
And then, like, I was thinking, like, the cast. Mm-hmm. But, I mean, the only really big name people in this are John Goodman.
Yes.
Who I would not specifically associate with the 90s. And then, I mean, it does have Lisa Simpson's voice actress, so that's kind of... Simpsons started in the 90s. No, wait, they started in the 80s, didn't they? They've been around forever.
Which one?
Simpsons.
Oh, yeah. The Simpsons has been on for, like, forever.
So I would associate Simpsons with the 90s. I don't know. Mm-hmm. Just having Lisa's voice there. Mm-hmm. And then Jay Leno is there. I don't...
Yeah, Jay Leno.
He's kind of...
Martin Short...
He started getting popular in the 90s. But, I would say overall the cast doesn't really strike me as being really big 90s icons.
Yeah, it's not like super 90s, but it's also not at all 90s. I would give it that. Yeah. Our friend Luna on stream here, she is saying that... To me, it feels very 90s. That was the fad in the 90s for well-off families. You know,
I think...
To wear that type of fashion.
I think that was when we were talking about Cecilia.
Yes, with the sailor outfit kind of. The fashion fad with young preteen girls in the late 80s, early 90s. Yeah. So you have good context with that. Yeah. We appreciate that, friend. But so overall, I would say point for the fashion, probably about half a point for the location, more or less. And again, with the lingo, because I brought the lingo up before when we watched Space Jam last time, I said that I didn't think there was a lot of like stereotypical 90s lingo. And if memory serves me correctly, I feel like it was the same with this movie. I don't think there was a ton of what we would consider 90s lingo.
The way that people talked.
Correct.
Yeah. I mean, but then again, that's going to be how everybody talks in all of these movies. So I don't know if that even necessarily earns points. Aside from, well, I don't know, some of these movies, not everything we're going to watch is going to take place in the 90s.
Very true.
So yeah, I think just even the fact that it does take place in modern day in the 90s.
Actually, and I would even say this might actually be more 80s because the book was done in 1987. Yeah. So the town, if they're basing it on the book, would probably be more...
Might actually 80s. Be 80s New York.
But it is still latter 80s, so like you could make the argument early 90s. So still, you know, has that 80s flavor. 80s and 90s flavor. I'm trying to remember. So overall, since there weren't a lot of musical numbers in this, we can't really argue if there was a lot of 90s music.
Even like I'm trying to think of, I can't even remember like what the background music, like the score sounded like.
I think it was can we look at who on Wikipedia does it say music by James Horner? Horner.
Sounds
probably did a lot.
He worked on Titanic.
Ooh. Which we will probably watch because at some point
He's done a lot of soundtracks for...
Oh, How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
For a lot of things. So I don't know.
Yeah. Like very, it seems like very popular composer. So
I think it was just kind of generic, or not necessarily...
Yeah.
Not generic in the bad way or anything, but just like, it didn't really stand out to me,
there wasn't any part of the score that made me go... I didn't sit there going, oh, dang, I'm going to look this up later and listen to that on my off time. I do that sometimes, actually, with some scores. Atlantis, well, man, I would listen to some of that score a lot. I really liked a lot of the score from that film. But either way, in terms of it being 90s... I would say I wouldn't necessarily classify the music as 90s per se. Unless you want to make the argument that the composer did a lot of music for 90s films.
Other films throughout the 90s.
So in that respect, perhaps actually it is.
Like, again, there's a lot of things where I'm like, I feel like it earns like 1 point.
Like a little bit, you know.
It's like, but it's not like really standing out.
If I would, and I could be swayed against this, and no, I'm not doing this because I also did this with Space Jam, kind of correlating it based on the year it came out. Because with Space Jam, I said 96 because it came out in 96 and it's somewhat 90s, you know, like it's a little bit over the halfway mark, but I wouldn't consider it like full-blown 1999. Like this gets the full score. Because by the way, our scoring method is 90 to 99. That's how we're going from it. But that being said, I would say it's more than a 3. I don't think it's directly 1993, so I'm not going to say it's like a 3 on our it's not a 93. I would say it's more probably along the lines of a 4 or 5. So like I could be swayed to go and put it in our 95 score. Because I could see it being mid 90, you know? Like it gets enough points to be considered a 90s movie, but it's not oozing and dripping with 90s, whatever that may be, because I don't know if we've even found that yet, you know?
Yeah, we're still maybe figuring this out. Maybe we'll have to come back and reevaluate things if we update our rankings.
That'll be the season finale, or not the season finale, that'll be the podcast finale, is looking at where we've come and to go, hey, you know, actually, based on all the things that we've scored lately, these deserve some rearranging. So if that happens, we will address it in the very end.
I'm thinking a 4, a 94.
Okay, yeah, I can see that because again, there are a lot of like we could give it like a half a point for this.
It's mainly the fashion, like we talked about.
Yes, very very TJ Detweiler for that main character. Dripping with 90s is quite the visual. Our friend,
man, I'm just soaked in 90s.
Oh God, our friend Punch Cactus on stream.
Yeah.
Yes, very true. It is quite the visual, isn't it? We do agree with that. But yeah, I would agree with you that 94, 95, you know, I kind of lean 95 So my score might be 95, yours might be 94.
Just because overall the look of it. Because, yeah, I will say, even though maybe just...
And they were watching Jurassic Park, you know.
There's Jurassic Park at the movie theater. Yeah.
Yeah.
Another movie that we have to watch.
That is true.
Should that be the next one?
I don't know. Because by the way, Ergo should decide by the end of our episode today what our next one is going to be.
Do I have to?
Yes, you do. Got to tell them what they're coming back for. Okay. Got to tell them what to keep an eye out for.
Should we start doing that then? Or are we done?
I can pull it up. I can pull it up while you're finishing your thoughts.
I got the list.
You sure? Oh, okay. But yeah, so it sounds like that's our overall 90s tier on this one.
It's
we consider it a 94.
Middle tier.
95. Like, I would say maybe 94.5. You know? Yeah. I could give it that.
Says, Jurassic Park, what a movie. Shocked they never made any sequels.
Yeah, what a shame.
It is weird.
What a shame. Especially,
It is weird how every Jurassic movie after that just has not been very good.
Yeah. The first one was just that good. And I think that's the issue when you have a movie that kind of like is lightning in a bottle. You know, as they say, it just hits all the right points. You know, great music, great visuals. Yeah. It's just everything is really good about it, and then they try to recapture it again, and it's like,
and it's weird because it seems like they should have worked. I mean, maybe we should save this for if we do a Jurassic Park episode. Never mind, I'll save my thoughts. Anyway,
find out later when that happens.
Okay. So we're deciding on the next episode.
I would say let's take a break from dinosaurs. Let's not watch Jurassic Park.
Okay, no Jurassic Park.
We'll take a brief break from dinosaurs.
Ooh, the Phantom Menace. Sorry, I'm just looking at the... No, that's not my pick. That's not my pick.
Phantom Menace. That one we might have to do with my brother.
Update the list with some more that we were missing. Like, we were missing Apollo 13.
Oh, I do need to watch that. My mom loves Apollo 13. I've never seen it.
We were missing a lot of Jim Carrey movies. Like, I added The Mask.
Oh, yeah.
And the Batman movies.
Oh, God.
And the James Bond movies from the 90s.
Oh, okay.
Which I'm kind of curious about because I never actually saw. Yeah. But from what I know about them, I feel like they probably would be pretty 90s. Yeah. Just from what I've seen of them. Mm-hmm. But anyway, I think I am going to try and pick something live action.
Yes.
Because we had a hybrid live action and animation, and then we had an animated one, so I kind of want to do something live action.
And as Ergo teases me, I know you're going to pick more of the animated movies.
I mean, you probably are.
I mean, statistically, yes.
So I got to represent the non-animated movies.
Not to completely sway you, but can I be like the little angel or devil on your shoulder and just go, have you seen Babe seen Babe? Have you seen Babe before, Babe? Have you seen Babe?
That's not an anime.
It's not. But have you seen Babe?
But okay, what, Babe Pig in the City?
Well, that's the sequel.
Yeah. Actually, wait, because isn't the first Babe in the 90s?
Well, that's what I was saying, because I was like, if Babe...
No, wait, they're both in the 90s.
Yeah, they're both in the 90s. Yeah. But yeah, have you seen Babe? Have you seen Babe?
I don't know if I want to pick Babe. Okay, I also kind of want to get away from... We've done 2 kids movies.
Okay.
I want to see what were adults...
That's a family movie.
What were adults watching in the 90s?
Wow.
I don't know, I'm curious, because I wasn't an adult.
Also... Was that thunder? Sorry. There was a storm going on outside, and I wasn't sure if our neighbors were doing something really crazy upstairs, or if there was thunder just now. I was like, what the heck was that? Speaking of storms, there's Twister right there.
What if we just watched The Mummy?
We could.
I kind of just want to watch The Mummy. I was gonna
hang on. Well, wait in that section real quick. Hang on. I just want to kind of look real quick because we've got in that section that is non-animated because Tarzan is right above it, but I will ignore that for a moment. Mummy, Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. Is that the one from?
That has a.
Is that Heaven. Is that Carrie Elwes though? No, it's not that one. Oh, that's Men in Tights. I'm sorry. I was thinking it was that.
Yeah, that's 80s, right?
Ah, darn it. Godzilla, True Lies.
Yeah, we can watch the 90s Godzilla.
Fugitive.
It's so bad. That might actually score really high on the 90s meter.
Die Hard with a Vengeance.
Yeah.
And then, let's see, above that, though, Mission Impossible, Twister, Ghost, Armageddon, Forrest Gump. And then, of course, Phantom Menace, which I know you said you didn't want to do, but I mean, it is there.
It's hard to choose.
It is hard to choose.
Do I want to watch The Mummy, which is a very good movie?
Uh-huh.
But it doesn't take place in the 90s, so I feel like it does have Brendan Fraser, so I feel like it earns points just for that.
Uh-huh.
Or do I want to watch Godzilla? No, wait, but that's another dinosaur. That's another dinosaur in New York. Oh, that's kind of tempting.
I mean, I'm fine with, like, okay, because I know I said we could take a break from dinosaurs, but I will say, if you did want to go with Godzilla, I'd be fine with that, because Godzilla's not necessarily a dinosaur. Godzilla is Godzilla. Godzilla's a completely different entity.
It would be kind of funny to watch the 90s Godzilla movie. You know what? Yeah.
Is that the one? Is that the one with
Matthew Broderick?
Matthew Broderick?
With Ferris Bueller, yeah.
That's a lot of fish.
Yeah. Is that a line from Ferris Bueller? Or from Godzilla?
From Godzilla.
Oh, okay.
If I'm remembering the right movie.
Surprised. Wait, have you seen Godzilla?
I've seen part of it. I've seen, like, clips of it here and there. They were actually playing it at work.
Godzilla 1998, to be specific.
Punch Cactus. Oh, that's right. Punch Cactus was also talking about.
There are the Ninja Turtles movies.
Ninja Turtle movies.
There are those.
I'd be so down to watch TV.
Which I think 3 is the one that's supposed to be like really bad.
Oh no.
I think 1 and 2 are considered to be pretty decent.
See, do we watch them in order or out of order? Do we like?
The thing is, I think the first Ninja Turtles movie might have been 80s. Hold on. This is also speaking of New York. Speaking of creatures that are given intelligence in New York.
See, there we go. We keep coming back to it. No, they were all 90s. Ninja Turtle 90, yeah.
Yeah, just barely. Yeah, 1990.
Oh, wow. Also, they almost came out 1 year after the other, because it was 90, 91, and then 93. That is so funny. But yeah, there is that, babe. You've got some good choices. I will say, okay.
Heck.
I would say this, okay. I would say either do Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, because I also think that would be great. Godzilla or Mummy. I would say pick between those